We're excited to hear from some members of PWHL Boston's leadership group, including head coach Courtney Kessel, captain Hilary Knight, alternate captains Megan Keller and Jamie Lee Rattray. Coach, we'll start with you. The last time we spoke ahead of a series, you had just learned of your opponent, and very similarly last night with a decisive win between Minnesota in their matchup against Toronto. So having learned your opponent and the series schedule, welcome your thoughts for what's ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, there's only 6 teams in our league, so we've had the opportunity to play each team quite a few times. So I think from a scouting component, we're pretty set. We're ready to go, regardless of the outcome last night. But looking forward to, having Minnesota in town. We know they're going to be a fast team, and so we're excited to get going.
Hilary, similar for you, just the emotions coming off of an exciting series win and now an opportunity to play for a championship.
Yeah, I think when we started this year, our team set out for a goal to put ourselves in a successful position to be in the finals, and now to actually be in the finals and represent this city and create a legacy here in Boston is super significant. And we're just really excited for the puck drop and to get going.
Megan, similar for you, just the opportunity to start on home ice.
Yeah, I think all year our fans and the support that we've had in Boston, it's been amazing to play in front of. They always show up. So we're excited to be able to have home ice in these first 2 games and hopefully do our fans proud.
Jamie, just again, some your thoughts, 3 overtime wins and the kind of the highs and the lows of that series, and maybe some thought about the days you've had in between.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all just itching to get going here. I think we've earned a couple of days here to reset and get excited for this next series. And I think we have a lot of momentum going to this series, and I think we're all just really excited to get it going. And I'm just excited for this group to see what we got tomorrow night.
Thank you all. We'll take questions now, folks. If you do have a question for PWHL Boston, please use the your digital hand through the Zoom console. I'll call on folks individually. Please unmute your mic and proceed upon request. We'll let some questions compile, and we've got until 11:30 if needed. We'll begin with Haley Salvian, please.
Thanks, Paul. This question's for Courtney. Courtney, I believe you said after the Game 3 win that you knew this group was special and that it would start to kind of click eventually. I guess what has been the difference maybe between some of the early season and now with this team?
I think it just takes time to grow a team, a family. You have 26 women trying to get to know each other, and it takes time. And so I think, from September to now, we're a different team, we're different people, but we're so much closer. And I think when you look at this leadership group we have here, I think it's inevitable that we were going to create a culture where everyone, feels valued and loved and have fun. Really, at the end of the day, is the biggest thing. And I think we're having lots of fun here in Boston, and winning helps a little bit.
If I can ask a follow-up to Paul, maybe this one for Megan, and I'm sorry to maybe make you answer this question right in front of Hilary, but you've played in a lot of elimination games, gold medal games, finals with Hilary Knight on your team. What kind of X factor does she bring?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not a secret. Like, when the big games come, Hilary Knight is always going to be an X factor. I've been a part of a few where she's had a hat trick or game-winning goals. So it's an honor to have her on our team, and I know that makes the rest of this group so confident to have her as our leader and know that she's going to step up in these big games.
We've got you on our side.
Yeah.
Thanks, Haley. Carissa, please.
Chris with CBC Sports. Thanks so much for doing this. Just for the players, like obviously goals have not been particularly easy to come by in the playoffs for anybody. And the goaltending has been quite good. You just had to face Hermione Desbiens, and now you've got to try and score on Maddie Rooney. Just wondering, any of you that would like to chime in, if you could talk a little bit about, why you think offense has been so difficult to come by in the playoffs, and just from your perspective out there trying to score goals, why has it been so difficult?
Yeah, I don't know if offense has been difficult to come by. It's just we've scored the goals that we need to score in order to put ourselves in the final position. So I think what our team does best is score when we need to score. And it just speaks to the depth that we have, that we're getting people from all sorts of, whether you're a top six, bottom six, doesn't matter, blue liner, like everyone's doing their part, putting ourselves in a successful position to close out a game. And obviously being down in games isn't necessarily comfortable, but our team finds a way to get the job done at the end of the night. It might not always go the way that we want to initially write it up, but it's just the level of compete and resolve that this group has.
And for Courtney, just, the trade that brought Susanna Tapani to your team, can you talk a little bit about that and what she's added, obviously scoring a couple of big goals for you in the last series?
Yeah, Susanna is just such a complete hockey player, 200 foot. We can count on her, rely on her, and whether it's PK, power play, and thankful that she's got us a couple points here heading into the finals. But I just think with that trade, it just gave us a little bit more depth up front that we were looking for, and down the stretch here, we've seen that it's been quite successful.
Thank you.
Tyler Cool, please.
Tyler Cool, Daily Faceoff. This first one here for Megan. Megan, this is obviously a huge series, and a series that a lot of us are previewing as a goaltending battle between Rooney and Frankel here. And you and Hilary and Jamie, you've seen it as well. Frankel playing on the big stage before, and she stepped up. She stepped up probably the biggest during that series against Montreal. How important do you think she's going to be in this series, and how important has she been all season for Boston?
Yeah, she's honestly probably one of the most important players on our team. She's been lights out all year, and I think that's just a testament to who she is, how competitive she is. It doesn't matter if it's a finals game, first game, or a game in the middle of the season. She's always going to compete her ass off. Oh, sorry. She's always going to compete, and we're lucky to have her back there. I think playing in front of her makes everybody feel super confident, knowing that she's behind us, and she's been great all season long. So we're lucky to have her.
And a quick follow-up here for Coach Kessel. Coach, as Megan mentioned, the support for the fans there in Lowell at the Tsonga Center, but I'm not sure if you guys saw the numbers, but the three American playoff games didn't have the greatest attendance here. What do you think the team is trying to do to kind of bolster that here for the finals?
Yeah, I think knowing that clinched a spot hopefully gives enough of the Boston people time to book. It's a commute up to Lowell sometimes, and there is traffic, but our game's on Sunday at 5, so we're hoping to fill that rink, and we saw that in our last home game of the year, and then that's our expectation, and we know they're going to show up for us.
Thank you all.
Next question from Alexis Canes, please.
Hi guys, Alexis Canes from Penalty Box Podcast. Coach, my question is for you. What are you looking for from your team in the first period to start the series off strong?
I think just sticking to our habits and our details. There's going to be lots of emotions on both sides of the ice, and exciting, nerves, all of the above. So I think just settling in within the first 5-10 minutes, I think is going to be huge.
Great, thank you.
Elaine Shercliffe, please.
Elaine Shercliffe from Graced by Rain Sports. So leading into this, do you guys kind of know what Minnesota is going to bring to you guys to kick things off? Are you kind of ready for what they're going to come with? Courtney, sorry, this is for Coach Kessel. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I think we know they're a fast team and they're looking to transition the puck real quick. So we have to be ready for that. But I think at the end of the day, we're going to play our game to the best of the ability, and that's what's going to put us on top.
Yeah. And then I guess for Hilary, you've been here before with the Boston team, and you're kind of like a Boston icon now. What does it kind of mean to you to be able to continue to be a part of Boston hockey history in all the right ways?
Yeah. I mean, this city means so much to so many people and the fandom here and just the first time I was able to move here and just be accepted with open arms and you know, whatever league I was playing in, but representing Boston. So I guess understanding the significance and what we wanted to do here and build this legacy and start off on the right foot. Obviously our path kind of went all over the place to get to where we are today, but you know, it's so special to be a part of Boston sports, and that's not lost on anybody here, regardless if you're from the city or you're from a different country, and everyone feels extremely passionate about building this and building a legacy here that's longstanding and fits in with the rest of the professional landscape that's already super successful. So it's not lost on us, and we're really excited of the potential to bring home a championship to Titletown and be part of that conversation. So it's really exciting to have the opportunity to be here and represent this city.
C. Benwell?
Thank you. This is C. Benwell from GameDay Hockey. The last series versus Montreal was obviously quite a heated rivalry. I wonder if coach or any of the players could describe if you have a feeling of rivalry with Minnesota and how the games with them this year might have created that. Thank you.
I mean, I think with only 6 teams in your league, I think there's kind of a rivalry everywhere. I think you'll see a lot of battle. I mean, I think a lot of us, you know, we've all played against each other throughout the year, and I think there's gonna be a lot of compete on the ice. So I think there's gonna be a rivalry no matter who we played. I think you'll see a physical game, a fast game, and I think it'll be a ton of fun.
Lydia Murray, please.
Hi, Lydia Murray here from the Ice Garden. Coach Kessel, this one is for you. Noticed Lauren Gable only played 1 minute 31 seconds in her return, and I'm just wondering if that was a bench management decision or if it was related to her injury.
Totally bench management. I think, you know, our team's been doing fantastic. We're on the up and up, and you know, she's been out for quite a few weeks. She's healed, she's back in, but I think it's, you know, these players have worked so hard for the, you know, since we've been back from Worlds. I'm not sure exactly what our record is, but we've created something really special here, and Lauren's going to jump back in and, you know, take her place as she was. But I think from, you know, we were down 2-0 and just kind of go with our horses that we've been going with since we got back from Worlds.
And if I could just ask a quick follow-up, can you just speak a little bit more on the value of having Gable back in the lineup going into the series and then Rattray reappearing as well, especially after a triple OT marathon like you had in game 2?
Yeah, we were just saving them. No, I think, you know, we're super excited to have our entire roster back with us. Gable's speed and her shot, probably one of the quickest shots we've seen in this game. And so I think we're looking to see that. And, you know, to have Ratty back in, I think her leadership and her energy that she brings on and off the ice is tremendous and something we missed there. But Kelly Babcock, don't worry, she just stepped up for you. But just super excited to have her back in. She's such a resilient player and brings so much for us.
Thank you.
Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had one more question about the amount of talent we knew about the PWHL coming in was filled with superstars, international talent, Olympians like yourselves and whatnot. How important do you think it is for this league to have a final series with a plethora of superstar players on both sides? I don't know if Hilary, if you want to touch on that, because obviously you're one of them.
Yeah, I think it's easier to sell tickets when you've got some big names involved in the mix, right? But in terms of the team, I mean, you're playing at the highest level. I mean, this is the global, you know, professional hockey. This is everywhere in the world. You're playing here because you're the best. And so I think with that in mind, the fans are in for an awesome experience. It's going to be a super competitive game. It means even more because it's a finals. So yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, you're going to get the highest level of competition out of every single individual that's gearing up and putting a jersey on.
Thank you very much.
Ralph Garcia.
Yes, Ralph Garcia, NGSC Sports. First and foremost, ladies, congratulations on this historic moment. I the city of Boston, Lowell, and everybody is just so electric right now. I'm in Tennessee. My writer John is in the press box with you guys. Two things that we want to know. Number one, you've all played hockey for so long. You've played in places where no one was there, to growing crowds. And now all of a sudden you come out this season, you see these crowds and these rinks that you're playing in. I'm just wondering from each one of the players, the feeling of what it must be like to tell yourself, how many times you must have told yourself, oh my God, look at where we are. Look at the moment. We're here. We are finally playing professional hockey. And coach, for you as well as the players, what is the one or two things you think you need to do or avoid to overcome Montreal and of course bring home the Walter Cup?
Yeah, I think us as players, like we know how great our product is, and we know how good the talent level is, and so to see finally like all of the hard work pay off, and the stands filled, and records being set, it's sort of a pinch me moment, because we understood who we are and the value we bring and where we can elevate the game to, and we're missing that connect with the fans and the visibility. And so it's definitely a full circle moment, but I don't think anyone ever doubted that we'd be able to fill stadiums or arenas and have the support and all the success that we've had thus far in the first year, and that's only going to continue to grow.
I think each game for me, honestly, like when the national anthems are going on, I take a look around and just can't believe how far we've come. And even just for myself, just, being a head coach in this professional league, just pretty humbled for the opportunity. But I think the biggest thing against Minnesota is we're going to have to either slow them down in transition or be super physical with them. So we got to stop their speed.
Megan, Jamie Lee, did you want to answer
Yeah.
that question as well?
To be honest, with talking about the crowds and how this year has gone, I don't think I'll really realize how special it is until it's over this year. I think I'll have to take time to reflect, and I think it gets, it's pretty surreal sometimes, skating out for warm-ups or, at the beginning of the game, and how loud it is. And sometimes it's so loud you can't even think, and that's something that we've had to get used to as players. I know that for me, the first 4 or 5 games of the year, I had to get used to thinking and playing in more loud arenas than we've had before. So, and then for us, I honestly think this next series, like Court said, I think we just, stick to our guns here. And I think our depth has been a really big key for us in the last series. And we have such a strong lineup that I think the way we're going right now, I'm super proud of this group, how everyone's just buying in. And I think if we do that, we're going to be in really good shape.
All right. Thank you, ladies, so much. And listen, couple of days away, a week away, soon you can be skating on the ice, holding that beautiful first Walter Cup. So congratulations and good luck to all of you. Great job, coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ralph. Carol, please.
Hi, thanks for doing this today, and congratulations on the series win. I guess for Courtney and maybe for Megan, I'm just wondering about sort of the rest recovery preparation period, especially given all the overtime games and the triple overtime game. Is there anything that you did differently in terms of taking care of your bodies, or how did you approach these days off getting ready to head into the final?
I think just once you get in the playoffs, and these games are obviously a lot more physical. They're going extra minutes into overtime. So, I mean, we're all professionals at this level, but we're getting a little bit older. So I think we just take a little bit more time taking care of our bodies, making sure we're doing what we need to off the ice to refuel and recover and be ready to go for that next game. So just being attentive to that.
Yeah, I think it's just a healthy balance between rest and keeping your legs going so that you're not too stiff heading into that first game. And I think, they work out all year for these overtime wins and these overtime games to really push through, and that's why they're professionals.
And is that something that comes a little bit more easily on this platform, that with the sort of tools and resources that you have in the PWHL, that you have what you need in order to get through situations like this?
Definitely. I think when you're able to be provided with the resources and world-class staff like we have, it's made it a lot easier. I mean, I know a lot of us on our own for so long, we're making our own cold tubs and finding ways to recover, and some not so ways like when we have all the resources, it's easy to start getting that mindset and get our bodies right.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, Carol. Mike Murphy, please.
Hey, thanks, Paul. Congratulations, everybody. I had to join late, so if you touched on this already, I apologize. This is really for Hilary and Megan. Obviously, you know the goaltenders on that opposing team pretty well. And of course, you've been in some unbelievable battles with both of them. And we've seen them both be brilliant in the playoffs and both be brilliant in the regular season. How much does that factor into your head when you have an open shooting lane and you know who that goalie is and all the warm-ups and all the practice and all the battles you fought with them? Is that something that is in your head, or listen, they're in a different color jersey, they're the enemy now?
Enemies.
Yeah. I think the dimensions of the net don't change, so
Yeah.
if you have an open opportunity, you got to take it. And obviously they're some of the best goalies in the world, and so you just have to find the recipe to be able to put the puck behind them.
All right, thanks so much. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think we'll end with one more question. Hilary, just to be the first captain to raise the Walter Cup, what would that mean for you?
Well, Paul, we know it's a team game, right? No, I've never thought about it that way. I think I've just thought about winning as a group, and it's one of those things where obviously there's a lot of historic moments and memories throughout this year, but what would remember this group the best is when you win. Those are the groups that are remembered, those are the groups that are celebrated, and everything that we've been through as a group, it would be such a wonderful ending to a phenomenal journey that we've all shared together and embarked on at the beginning of the year. And whenever you get out there for practice for the first time in the fall, the goal is to be here in the finals, and what an accomplishment that would be for our group. So it's really hard to put into words, and I'm hoping that that's something that we're able to do.
It is a team game, and your team has been outstanding. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow when the puck drops in game 1 of the PWHL finals at the Tsonga Center. Courtney, Hilary, Megan, Jamie, thank you for your time and best of luck. For media staying on the call, we'll transition to Minnesota at 11:30. Thanks again, ladies.
Thank you.